Okay, so as I said, these stories, these stories are pure fiction. None of it happened. Not to me. It's not about me. It's all fiction. Okay? The places, the people, the characters, all made up. Okay? So this is psychological horror coming out of Leave Room for Human Errors. Okay? I'm gonna bring you uh Vital Check today. Okay? That's the second story starting on page 5 of Leave Room for Human Errors, which was published 11/11/11, right? So 23, okay? November 11th at 11 o'clock, 2023. That's when this book was published. So, shall we begin? Vital Check. It's a psychological horror. So, for those that like psychological horrors, it's one of my favorite genres, what I do. So, can we begin? Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Vital Check. As far as I can recall correctly, I was turning into the far left passenger lane of 91 North, headed to New Hampshire from Massachusetts Friday morning in the middle of March, beginning of spring, a crisp 50, 55 degrees out that day. The tense fog clothed the air. Traffic was picking up. At about 10, close to 11 a.m., my wife, China, is beside me, riding shotgun, passenger side. Passing Holyoke, entering Northampton exit 20, I peeked through my rearview mirror, listening to Nas's Project Window on the radio. Then a black Acura Legend at the same time commenced to clip my front right tire. Papa! China shouts out at me, shocked. I didn't say a word. I didn't know what to say. Moments after, it was a light and a half second. Vital check records were retrieving mail out of the mailbox Jason was expecting, hoping. It was his birth certificate. He'd request it from the state of New York in hopes to retrieving and renewing his Massachusetts driver's license. Disheartening. I wasn't trying to personalize the situation. This reaction was awful. Jason sighs aloud, disappointed. The two went upstairs, feeling an overwhelming grip of restraint, as if a gasp of air, yet nothing through it was. At this moment subsides an intense feeling of arrogance and anger Jason could never do anything about, at least not now. So Jason stood in the registry line of the motor vehicle, waiting, preparing, holding in his hand the birth certificate and snatches a ticket number. 18A, hearing the intercom announce. 18A twice, the voice of the intercom. Window 33, to window 33, he approached the corner, nervously waiting to only hear the teller tell him his credentials didn't qualify. You need to request the town of Nag, the state of New York, to send you a raised seal birth certificate. Discuss attempts to announce the backup cause of the COVID shutdown. Then the gentleman nodded his head to retrieve a sheet of paper from the printer behind him. Hold on to this, the gentleman told him. Keep this in your vehicle or send counsel. If you get pulled over for any reason, show them this. Otherwise, there's nothing else I can do about that. Jason took the sheet of paper and nodded his head and left and said, okay. A small crowd of children playing it amongst themselves, ages 7 to 12, shuffles through the tall wood, kicking rocks through sticks. Is a child's play. When one noticed something further up the distance, burning in the bushes, a flare of smoke simmering, look, one girl shouts out. The child screams out, pointing his index finger out to the smoky cloud. Him and the girl, as the rest of the children bunch, tumble down the steep grassy hill together. One girl in the crowd pulled out a cell phone while recording the burning car. 911, 911, emergency. Yes, me. It's me. My friends are playing in the woods. There's a burning car in the bushes over here. Shaking her voice through the static of the phone. It was an Acura Ledger, flipped upside down with steering wheel, and a body emerging from the passenger seat. Wow, interesting. So apparently, Jason and China got in an accident, so they were dead. Wow, it's an interesting one.